I may not be able to properly keep this shut tonight.
Man, it's horrible, man. It's
not happy at all.
I am flabbergasted about what just happened. No rational explanation, no common sense, nothing. Doesn't make sense at all.
Just give me just a minute, guys, because I'm absolutely, yeah, like he said, we're just floored, disgusted, and floored.
What's up, Scott? Yeah, man, just craziness. On another note, I'm going to have to start getting in shape soon. I just did don't get Mike's page shut down. You're kidding, right? Don't get my page shut down there instead. Tonight we're on her phone, so it's her post, so it may be her page that goes down. But what she's saying is we're going to, this live feed, and we may not keep it up very long because there may be some topics that would get us back in Facebook jail. So we're going to try to keep this thing as civil as possible. But there is some ridiculous stuff going on in the world today.
Very upset by guys.
Kathy, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Very, very upset
Eric, how you doing,
about
buddy?
it, guys.
What's
So
up,
again,
Sergio?
if you are just coming
What's up,
on,
Tony?
if you are just coming on, be sure that you have clicked follow us and be sure that you share it. Share it to your groups, any conservative groups. Don't get us in trouble by sharing it to liberal groups. They don't like us at all.
Mitchell?
Okay. And hang on one second.
Yeah, Eric, we're about to talk about that. That's just insane. What's up, Teresa?
So, like I told Michael, I don't even know how this is happening.
Mark.
There is no rhyme or reason. It does not make sense.
Hey,
I'm
Barbara.
sick to my stomach for that woman. I am
And her family.
sick to my stomach for her family. And I am sick to my stomach for every legal immigrant that is in this country. I'm sick to my stomach for every good citizen of this country, because this today was an incredible injustice. Flagrant injustice.
Yeah, like I cannot comprehend how you could find anyone dumb enough to come back with that verdict, much less 12 people.
Okay, I got a bit to discuss on this in just a second. I mean, it's okay. Just give me just a minute. This is the hardest thing I've ever done, to not scream what is on my mind right now.
Thanks, Mitchell. Yeah, it was sometimes you got to reflect on your losses just as much as your victories, right? So, man, still, I mean, my head's not 100% right yet, but like I said, we're gonna go pull PAF next week, so see how that goes. You ready, babe?
Okay, guys. So if you are just coming on,
I've seen some of y'all's comments. So I know you guys know about this, but
Cindy, me too. I don't even know where to start. But I want to thank you guys, first of all, for coming on. Thank you for hanging in there while we were gone and had a very prolonged absence.
yeah, the Benghazi thing, we talked about that the night is ridiculous too.
Yeah, you guys know that if you do not see us, if you cannot find our page, please be sure that you are following our YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat, which all of those links are at the top of this feed where I introduced this video. You want to be sure that you're following us there, because one thing that Facebook police has made it very obvious to us is that they do not want you talking about your feelings over sanctuary cities. They don't want you talking about your feelings over illegal immigration. And every time that we do that, we end up getting censored. And so I expect tonight it's definitely going to happen. So I will post this for just a little while so that those who came on late can watch it. But after an hour or two, I'm going to be deleting it from our site. Okay.
Carl?
So if you are watching from a group, please be sure and come onto our page, like and follow. And then, as I said, follow us on our other social media as well, because censorship is happening, and it's happening big time.
Plus, you posted a pretty funny video a little bit ago on YouTube.
I did.
It's pretty funny.
I did. So we're going to jump right into it. Before this happened tonight, before the verdict was announced on the Kate Steinle case, we were going to talk to you about Matt Lauer, because, my Lord, right?
I mean, dude, your mic was still on, and you're telling the chick to lean over more because you got a good view. Yeah, you're probably not going to...
Mitchell, we can already do live feeds on YouTube. We just had to verify, so we can already do our live shows on YouTube.
Nope, can't freestyle rap.
So we thought that we were going to talk about that, and we may get to that here in just a little bit. But right now, I have to... Oh, my God. Okay. So for those of you who do not know what is going on, this is it in a nutshell. This man, Jose Zarate, was illegal immigrant, deported.
Okay, before we get to the 5 times he was deported and the 7 criminal convictions, how
Felony
the hell
convictions.
do you get probation if you're an illegal immigrant? If you commit a crime and you're illegal, how do you not immediately get deported? How is our justice system so screwed up that you get probation? You're illegal. You're not even supposed to be here. So for one, he has been deported 5 times. 5 times he's been deported and came back across the border. 7 felony convictions, and the dude's on probation. So then he gets another drug felony conviction in San Francisco. ICE finds out about it, tells them to put a hold on him, and they let the guy go free.
Because San Francisco and basically all of freaking California
What's up, Jeremy?
is a sanctuary city.
Absolutely, Jeremy.
Okay? So, San Francisco, pat yourselves on the back. You are guilty of this murder.
You're guilty of murder.
100%.
Had you just held this piece of shit, he would have been on that pier to kill that young lady.
And let me help you understand, for all of you that are, this is it. The jury just come back with a verdict. They could have found him guilty of murder in the 1st degree. They could have found him guilty of murder in the 2nd degree. They could have found him guilty of manslaughter, negligent homicide, whatever.
The only thing this dude gets guilty of is felony possession of firearm.
Felony possession of firearm. And let me tell you what his defense was. His defense, first of all, the jury was not even allowed to hear about his previous felonies. The jury was not even allowed to hear about his previous 5 deportations because he was an illegal immigrant. The jury, all that they got to hear was that he was a homeless vagrant. He found a gun wrapped in a shirt or some cloth under a bench, picked it up. It went off accidentally, ricocheted off the concrete, shot this woman in the back, and killed her.
And as far as I know, I can't be 100% sure, but the woman dies in her father's arms.
Exactly. Didn't even kill her instantly.
Dies in her father's arms, and he testifies to what happened in court, and the most these people give him is felony possession of a firearm.
Let him off scot-free.
And then they ask him if he's going to get deported, and they said they didn't know.
They don't know. You know, they don't know. But first of all,
I'm disgusted.
He's already been deported 5 times. What's going to keep this piece of crap from coming back again? Guys, please tell me. We got to get the wall up. But how do we fix this? How do we keep this from happening to some another poor soul just walking down a pier to look at something beautiful out of God's creation? How do we keep this from happening? I don't have any words.
Yeah, Tony, you're right. Disgusted ain't the word. I don't know how to express the disgust. I mean, I don't even understand how this happens in the United States. I don't see how an illegal immigrant should even have the rights of a citizen. Yeah, ricochet bullet towards you.
Right. How is it that anybody that comes into this country illegally gets to have the nice umbrella of our judicial system? How naive are we? You know, the citizens, the good citizens of this nation. We're not protected, guys. We don't have the same protection as an illegal immigrant. Okay? We're not protected from them. Anybody that wants to come here and kill you, let's remember the illegal immigrant that then got out of prison after getting a slap on the wrist for the bank robbery, slices the neck of 2 anesthesiologists. We're not protected, guys.
And the reason he got such a short sentence is because they were afraid he was going to be deported, you know?
Yeah.
They give him, what was it, a couple years he serves 9 months, or 9 months serves 7, I don't know what
Yeah.
it was. It was just disgusting.
So what has me so upset? All right. So maybe there is a possibility that because the jury was not allowed to look at the whole picture, maybe the fault is not on them. I'll tell you where the fault lies. Prosecutor, somehow you didn't even make it clear that this man was at minimum guilty of negligent homicide. How in the hell do you not even get that through? Somebody explain this to me. And then the defense, the co-counsel gets up there and he's so proud of himself. He's like, this should not in any way make the family feel like we don't understand and feel for what they're going through. But while I'm here, the thing that I want to say again, this is the co-counsel, is that President Trump, yes, he's not even up there 30 seconds before he brings up our president. You don't need to go tweeting about this because you yourself, sir, and your vice president may be under a special counsel investigation yourself. All right, let's not forget that this poor woman's family, they're not in there. They weren't in the courtroom, but they have heard. And I'm sure they hear what you, sir, are saying. How is it that our country values illegal immigrants over our own citizens' rights, freedoms, liberties? How have we gotten there? Somebody explain this to me.
Yeah, Travis was talking about that already. If you just quit incentivizing illegal immigrants to come, they have no reason to come here, right? I mean, they get better health care than us. They get free school, all kinds of shit. But I was watching this shit. Okay, so I was watching it. Then I had to go work out. Then I come back and she tells me they find the dude not guilty. I'm like, what? You're joking. There's no way that's right. Because I had already said, if I'm the parent and some shit like that goes down, I don't know if y'all saw that movie with, what's that dude's name? The dude from 300?
Love the movie. Can't remember the name.
Amazing movie. But, like, dude comes in, kills his wife and child, and then they let the dude, they give the other guy, or they get that dude to deal and convict the other guy because he rolled on him. And then he takes it out on everyone involved. This is the biggest miscarriage of justice I've seen. Gerard Butler, that's right. Can't think of the movie though. This is the biggest miscarriage of justice I've seen as far as I can remember.
Baby girl.
There's no possible way that this dude gets off without at least, fuck it, it should have been at least second degree murder, screw involuntary manslaughter or any of that shit. This dude killed this chick. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand.
I don't understand. I just saw my daughter. You're on watching Honey, and you haven't heard what we're talking about.
Law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding citizen. It's absolutely, Brittany, it's absolutely disgusting what has just happened. I will fill you in on it afterwards. But I'm speechless. I'm heartbroken. I'm even a bit afraid.
Oh, that's awesome, Travis.
I'm afraid because if this can happen like this, it's already like a virus, a disease that is spreading. The tolerance for what is wrong in this country is killing us. It's choking us all out. We have somehow, either we got to find our way back to freaking calling wrong, or we're done. We're done. I mean, where do we go from here? How do we?
This is so cut and dry. Like, if this could happen when the guy's so clearly guilty, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he admitted to having the gun. He admitted to it going off. Okay?
Political correctness is a cancer in America. 100%.
Tolerance.
Screw that shit. I mean, I don't know.
Guys, I mean, I'm so hurt. I just want to yell and scream, and the things that I'm so tired. I'm so tired of the censorship of truth. I'm so tired of.
What's up, Ray?
Things coming down on the side of wrong over and over and over again. And I'm telling you right now, we all showed up at a general election, but we got to do more. We've got to do more. We've got to replace some freaking legislators. We've got to replace some freaking judges. I don't know. I don't.
We do need to get back to the Bible and God. 100% the morals and foundation this nation was founded on. Absolutely. Josh, you're right. Sanctuary bullshit. Cities need to be fucking gone. If you don't know Ray, we're talking about the guy who killed, what's her last name? Steinle?
Steinle. Kate Steinle.
The illegal immigrant who had been deported 5 times, had 7 criminal convictions, was on probation, which I don't even understand, is found not guilty. Only thing he was found guilty of was felony possession of firearm. So yeah, Ray, you're out in California. What do you think about this stupid shit?
I'm so disgusted. I can't even say it enough. I mean, heartbroken for this young woman and this family. And that, you know what I want to say, starts with a B, ends with a dirt, okay? Stood up there and says this is a win for immigrants everywhere. No, sir. First of all, this guy was not an immigrant. He was an illegal immigrant. An illegal immigrant that had already been deported 5 times, had no reason to be here. I don't care if it's jaywalking and you're an illegal immigrant. You should be getting the heck out of here. But this man had 7 felony convictions and was here. Here. That's not a win for immigrants. That's not a win for anybody. Not anybody that's good. Maybe that's a win for anybody that is a son of Satan. But that's not a win. I don't know when I've been so upset. Because, I mean, such a blatant miscarriage. Blatant. A miscarriage of justice. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know when I can remember just being so damn dumbfounded, because our judicial system is supposed to be the best in the world, right? And you have somebody, okay, there's a big problem, guys. There's a huge, huge problem. Is it with the judicial system? Is it with the people that carry it out? Is it with, I mean, our immigration laws are, how in the hell does somebody get back in here 4 times after they've already been deported? How in the hell do you in San Francisco, who have him detained, then let him go? I get that you're a sanctuary city. I get that you want to protect the dreamers, but you're protecting a violent criminal.
You're protecting criminals over law-abiding citizens.
It
is illegal in the name. You know what I'm saying?
Out, San Francisco. You killed
Absolutely, Jeremy.
Kate.
Here's the deal, man. I don't think it's possible, like I said, for people to be that stupid to have that verdict. I think someone was paid off or bought or something. There's something behind the scenes, because it's impossible for that verdict to come back not guilty. Not even in the realm of possibility. I mean, this is so flagrant. I don't trust anything anymore. I swear, I just don't understand how we've gotten so far off from what's right, you know?
We have gotten so far off from what's right. And you know, the good people of this country, they don't want to stop immigration. They just want to have it done correctly. They don't want to, we are not racist. We love all colors, okay? But there has to be justice. And this justice has nothing, the defense was on there saying, you know, that from the beginning, this was because people hated that he had a Mexican background. Bullshit. We hate that he is a criminal. Time and time again. We hate that.
That's horrible, Ray.
It has nothing to do with his ethnicity and everything to do with the fact that he is must be a psychopath or something. I mean, how can you live with yourself? And defense counsel, how can you live with yourself? And prosecuting attorney, how can you live with yourself if you couldn't even produce a guilty verdict for negligent homicide? And they kept saying, well, there was no video, everything was circumstantial. Oh, wait a minute. Everything was circumstantial because the guy, Jose, actually admitted to having the gun going off and ricocheting and hitting her. So how is that circumstantial? Sabrina, you're absolutely right. We need to remove incentives here. The thing is, I love California. But I think what I love about California is the beauty, the scenery, the mountains, the oceans. Yes, I've got a handful of friends there. But California and the way that it thinks and its policies, you're a cancer. An absolute cancer to our society. Speechless. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Somebody please explain this to me. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that, oh no, Rebecca, the verdict was correct and this is why. Explain this to me, please. So, I'm going to say this now. If you have just logged on from some groups, please be sure and click follow on our page. If you're commenting and you're commenting from your group, I cannot see those. So you need to be watching this from our actual page.
I like what Jeremy said. Screw a wall. We need sniper towers. Just take them out as they're crossing, you know?
It's one big damn border, though, you know? And the thing is, probably we'd be good just having it through California. Because I have a feeling that California feels a lot differently about the people coming through the border than those in Texas do.
Yeah.
You know? There is no law.
California is now officially a sanctuary state. Under rate. Brown put out an order to all departments are not allowed to report undocumented immigrants. So the governor of the state has ordered those who are supposed to uphold the law to break it.
I just wonder, I mean, exactly where do we go from here? Because, see, guys, the things that you don't understand, or you probably do understand, it's just the things that we don't think about, is that every time a case like this comes down, it creates, what is it called? I done forgot the name for it because I'm so, like, precedence, okay? So now there is precedence for the fact that this man had a gun in his hand, admitted to having it illegally, it going off. So now there is precedence that may not be negligent homicide, when in fact, the actual definition is that you illegally obtain a gun and then you handle it in a negligent manner. Couldn't even find him guilty of that. So now there's precedence. Just walk around, guys. Walk around with your guns, just waving them, and if it happens to go off, you're all right.
Just make sure it ricochets off something.
You would be in more trouble if you hit someone in the face. Punch someone in the face, you're in more trouble than this guy is right now. I'm just disgusted. The federal government needs to go in and remove the governor of California.
Absolutely. He's not upholding the Constitution which he swore to. Yeah, I mean, I agree 100%, Jeremy.
We got to do
Mark
something.
said if you change it to Midwest, we would have got a guilty verdict. You bring that shit to Arkansas, that dude would have been shot.
You know, I mean, why would they not even move it? Why would they not do that? Why would they not move the case?
Oh, and then their attorneys they didn't think they were going to get a fair trial in San Francisco. Dude, this is the biggest crock of shit. And I'm just disgusted watching the news and watching these people say it's a win for immigrants. This is not a win for anyone. This is a disgrace to America.
Well, Annette, how in the hell did he get elected? And how long has he been in office? And when can we expect that he's going to be getting out? And who is going to run against him now? I mean, come on. We need to get some good citizens running for office in this country. I mean, in that state. And then the rest of you that live in that state need to get yourselves out there and freaking elect them. Because I'm telling you.
This shit is so bad. I just cannot. I mean, I think the aftermath of this could get violent. You know, there's no way that people are okay with this shit.
I don't think that it will get violent, Michael. And you know why? Because this was not a ruling against the conservatives. I mean, against the liberals. This was a ruling against conservative thinking. And I have yet to see conservatives out there rioting, tearing down buildings, and hurting people. I may be wrong.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know what to think about it.
It's an incredible slap in the face. He was booted out. He has been in office since Gray Davis was impeached, so he's been in for like 12 years. What?
I don't know.
I don't understand this. Guys, I mean, I don't understand this. There should be... I don't have any words. You know, and the thing is, this country is so incredibly jacked up. We all know that. But I didn't really think it was here. I didn't think that it was that wrong. Absolutely, Brittany. I don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger would allow that to happen. You know? It's just, come on. I mean, come on. I mean, it's an absolute cancer.
I just thought this would be something everyone would agree on. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, you can be liberal, conservative, whatever you want. This guy killed that woman. And
San Francisco killed that woman.
Her family deserves justice, and this is bullshit.
San Francisco killed that woman. 100%.
Absolutely. I mean, that sanctuary city bullshit.
Killed
the federal government,
her.
ICE told them to detain the man, and they released him.
I mean, can you imagine?
I don't know how these people sleep at night.
I don't know either. Damn it. Cause I'm gonna have to change the subject for a little bit, because the more I talk about it, the more disgusted and heartbroken I get. This is not the country that I was born into. This was not the country that my grandfather fought in World War II and in the Korean War to defend. This is not the country that we're sending people out now to protect and defend. This is something else. This is something disgusting. They are going to bring civil suit against the state for sure.
What kind of justice is that, though?
It's not. I mean, sure, they should get some money out of it, but that's not even the point. They need to change policy. And as long as you have a freaking blithering idiot sitting in office that refuses to adhere to federal law, then what does it matter? What does it matter? I think we need to shut off all federal aid. I know Trump has already tried this, and a judge actually ruled that he couldn't because the Congress had said that money was supposed to go to them for one reason or another. We got to get around that. See, like I said, we need to be replacing the judges too. We got to get around that, because if you are not going to act as a part of the federal state, then you should not be getting federal aid. And if you, at your very minimum, cannot protect your good citizens, you should not be getting federal aid. How can they just let that happen? He can't run another term, and it amazes me he didn't rewrite the term limit law. It kills me. So I've got to change subject for just a little bit. Let's talk about this another epidemic in the United States, something that we wake up to every morning. New names, and the newest name yesterday was Matt Lauer. He's actually fired from his post. Comes out today with videos. Who knew? Did you know?
No.
Who knew?
Who the fuck has a button that locks the door behind the girl when they come in? And what the?
I mean,
oh my God!
Do we really need to have a what is sexual harassment course 101 for all celebrities, for all politicians? Because I remember we had that a lot when I was working as a nurse.
What's up, Allison?
So are these guys not getting it? Are they not learning? Are they not being told? Someone said this to me. If you aren't sure if what you're about to say to someone is inappropriate, then imagine a guy in prison saying it to you. That should pretty much help, solve that. If you're not sure, go train, Raymond.
Enjoy it, Ray.
If you're not sure of what you're going to say, just imagine Bubba in prison saying it to you. All right? Does it still sound good? Then you might want to back off of it, right?
What's up, Brian? See you tomorrow night. Hey, Tony, you want to say just change the subject? Do you have any advice on dealing with tendonitis? Some of my friends recommended a product called Super Cissus. It never worked for me, but it's supposed to help your inflammation. I take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen leading up to an event. But yeah, years ago I took like some Ultra Omega 2 vitamins and some Amino 2200s, and that seemed to help tremendously. Can't find those anymore. I mean, high volume training has helped me release natural growth hormones and help my joints up. High volume training is the best thing I've found for strengthening the tendons. But I don't know if that helped or not. But
so there you go, sexual harassment courses. Now, Michael and I have had this discussion. Okay,
close to me, John Droyden.
Michael and I have had this discussion. I grew up with two brothers. I'm around arm wrestling men, all the time. Okay, I'm raising a son. I know that probably, I'm going to say 99.95% of men.
Absolutely correct. They're liable for having to install the button. Go ahead.
At 99.5% of men at some point have been inappropriate, especially when you assholes get around each other. Okay? You have one man, might be all right. You get 2 men, 3 men, you have a beautiful woman, somebody is going to be inappropriate. I get it. Can we just now assume, rather than every day waking up to someone else being ousted, can we just now assume that every one of you have screwed up tremendously, and this is your now warning, one more infraction, and then, all hell breaks loose? Can we assume that? Yeah. And this is the way I explained to Michael, because Michael was like, yeah, I'd say something, if I was around.
I mean, you get dudes gonna be dudes, right? You see a hot chick, you're gonna say something, right? Now, dude definitely, saying bend over and I got a good view from here while you're all mic'd.
Every guy says that, by the way. It's not right. It's disgusting.
But the way he said it, though,
it was
he
disgusting.
did say it in a manner that was, I'm in power over you, and it didn't come across very well. But dudes are dudes, right? But Rebecca asked me, she goes, well, what if I was the girl that someone said that to? Well, then I got to knock a motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. I don't know, man. It's fucked up. It's pretty messed up, I'll be honest.
I have had inappropriate things, I'm sure, said to me at some point. Not since I've been with this crazy guy, because I don't know. Somehow he just he wards it off. Voodoo, I don't know. Don't know what it is, but it doesn't happen. Or maybe it's just because I'm getting older.
Richard.
Not sure. But
you're definitely hot, baby.
Absolutely, some stuff has been said. Every woman has dealt with that. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't mean that we should have to deal with that. But it's just a fact of life. Every woman has dealt with it. Okay? Testosterone, I don't know. I don't know when it started, probably with Adam. Way back. Okay? But there's a line that you cross, okay? When we talk about handling, when we talk about groping, when we talk about locking doors behind people when they come in, that's criminal.
Dude, the button that locks the door, like you said, NBC's liable for that shit. That is messed up on so many levels.
And I understand work is not the place to hit up chicks. Good rule to live by. But how many relationships begin in the workplace?
Oh, tons.
Were you not working when you hit on me?
Hey, that's different. All right.
He was.
You didn't mind. All right, so Rick made a good point. Most men can handle adversity. The true test of man's character is to give him power. And that's the thing. These guys just feel like they're beyond reproach because they're men, whether it's in the film industry or government or whatever it is, they feel like they can get away with it, right? But
Brittany, that's a good point. She was talking about it starts in preschool. Starts in preschool when we tell our little boys and girls that when somebody's mean to them, it's okay. It just really means that they like them, So we start putting that in their brain early on. Maybe we should rethink that. But someone also said,
the worst thing ever in the justice system.
Youngest monster just came in.
We'll tell you about it. It's horrible.
Hey,
it's fucking horrible.
So that's something to actually think about. But it's just every day new stuff is coming out. And someone was like, well, why did they wait so long? Maybe because they felt, as a woman, I can tell you that this is for real. It is totally for real. When you say something like this is happening, especially if it's a man you're having to report it to, it's greatly downplayed. Or your character is now called into question. So maybe it's because they were having to face that. Or maybe it's because now, since everybody is coming out, they feel a lot more comfortable. Hey, I'm in this big group and we're all doing this together. But what scares me is also, during all of this, how much of a percentage, and you have to worry about this, how much of a percentage of false accusations are going to be acted out on?
With all this going on right now, tell me what dude is okay being by himself in a room with a chick? I mean, all you got to do, it's your word against hers that fast. Now, I'm not saying any of these guys are innocent. I'm just saying, holy crap,
and Brittany, you're right. It is also...
There needs to be cameras everywhere.
On the woman's part, it is also absolutely a huge fear of just hearing the words come out of your mouth, admitting what's going on. That makes it real. Here in the South, we are always told to be nice. Be nice, be nice, be nice. When someone acts inappropriately, you better use your Southern hospitality, and you better just be nice. Look the other way. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. See, it all starts with how we're raised.
Yeah, one chick earlier said, or boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys.
Tell them that when they're a kid,
Well, and that's the truth. It is the truth. Boys are boys. Ron, have you ever said anything inappropriate to a girl? Yeah, see? I didn't raise him that way. Okay? Did not raise him that way. Well, I just want you to know you're probably going to be hearing about it on the news because everybody's coming out with it now.
Okay, so Jeremy said plus a lot of women are not covering themselves appropriately. Morgan says
but
that's
y'all
not
like
excuse
that
whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's okay. So there is a certain degree of responsibility that is on the woman.
There is.
You can't just have your shit out. You know what I'm saying? You can't just.
Okay, Brittany, this is what I'm saying. If you've got your boobs out there, you got your boobs all out, and you put them out on purpose. I'm not talking about they're just so humongously huge that there's not enough material to cover them. I'm talking about you've put on the bra that lifts them up there under your chin. You're wearing the low-cut shirt. You've done that because you want to draw attention to it, and then you want to bitch about it when someone acknowledges it.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
We see that shit on Facebook all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. No, the way a woman dresses is not a reason for him to physically assault her.
Absolutely not.
But the way a woman dresses is definitely, she has to take responsibility for the attention that she is going to draw.
You're inviting attention.
I mean, I've seen feminists say, well, I should be able to walk naked, and you say nothing about it. What? That's just asinine. Okay? I mean...
No, I agree, Brittany. I mean, she's saying it's not the acknowledgement when it's talking about crossing the line.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about crossing the line.
And I don't think 100%. Jeremy was talking about being crossing the line. It's just the tension, the comments. An attractive woman, or you're going to get, especially if you're dressed somewhat revealing, you're going to get comments. I mean, or you're going to get looks. It's going to happen.
And you mean to get looks. As a woman, I'm telling you, when you put the boobs out there, you are meaning to get looks. So it's beyond me when someone gets offended that they actually are acknowledged.
No, I know.
I don't understand that at all. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about people that actually cross the line.
We're talking about buttons on your desk that locks doors behind you.
Matt Lauer.
Okay, did you hear about that one?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Dude's got a button underneath his desk, and when a chick comes in, he can lock the door behind him.
Sounds like he's invested.
He putting in work, I guess, huh?
But Cindy, I know as a nurse and actually personal experience, I know of women that have kept it secret for years out of fear, and that is not uncommon. Not uncommon at all. But I don't know why. Okay, here's the thing. Katie Couric in 2012 was on a show and said, Matt Lauer has grabbed my butt numerous times. She said that, actually, on camera. So, in 2012,
what was it?
Why was nothing done?
I have no idea.
Why was nothing done? And then you have the president of, it's CBS, right? NBC, actually saying he knew nothing about it. Really? Because I'm pretty sure Katie Couric in 2012 was on camera saying this. All right, so how can you not know anything about it?
Pinched her butt. What?
Women have hormones just like men. It's normal chemistry of attraction, but isn't a reason to install a button under a desk. Right? But I'm guessing if I'm Matt Lauer and I'm like the highest paid
dude, how do you
newscaster
jack up a $25 million a year job, dude?
Do you think? Right?
You know the amount of women you could have paid to have sex for that amount of money? You don't have to cross the line. This is ridiculous.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
$25 million a year, and you're going to jack that up by having a button under your desk? And,
it's a power thing.
Inappropriate comments to your coworkers?
It's a power thing at that point. That's all it is.
Okay, how much is being taken out of context? I don't know if you're talking about the Lauer thing or just in general. I don't know. Man, I don't know. Innocent until proven guilty. All I know is the video today.
Okay,
of him
actually,
looking at, until he looked, she's leaning over. He's like, "Hey, lean over. That's a good look."
Innocent until proven guilty, but Matt Lauer actually issued a statement apologizing.
Apologize for
you don't
anyone.
apologize when you're innocent.
Oh,
okay?
Sergio says 28 million. Yeah, that's 3 million more reasons not to be a dumbass. You know what I'm saying?
All I know is that he was one of the liberal-minded. I'm the king of morality out there. Speaking. Turns out, not so much. Not so much.
Everybody makes mistakes, but dude, the button thing is definitely, there's definitely intent. You know what I'm saying?
When I wrestled, I got pinched and smacked on the butt a lot, which I used to my benefit to sell merchandise.
Let me call my sister's calling. That's who she was.
Okay. Hang on just one second, guys. You've got a plate full of food in there and you just need to warm up. You hungry?
Oh, I ate like just before I left work.
Oh, you did? Okay. Saying he is very humble. Saying he is very humble. Who's saying he's very humble?
That was the other deliverables.
Oh, yeah? When I so anyways, I missed that. But all of this, I can think about this and I can actually...
I'm telling you, you can comment on this. This other verdict bullshit, I don't have any words. I have no idea how her family's going to get justice. I have no idea what's going to happen to this country when bullshit like this is allowed to happen. I'm extremely disturbed by the whole thing, and I don't want my family going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because if this is allowed to happen, and there's no justice for this lady or for her family, we're in a dark, dark place right now in America.
What happened?
Okay, so Katie's Steinle.
We're going to fill my son in real quickly.
This guy he'd been deported 5 times, 7 felony convictions, and somehow was on probation. I don't know how you're on probation if you're an illegal immigrant.
He does.
Apparently that's possible.
You're right, Murray.
7 convictions. He was held on another drug felony conviction. Federal
San
government
Francisco.
ICE told them to hold him so they could deport him. San Francisco let him go because they're a sanctuary city, and then he killed this young lady on a pier while she was out there with her father. And they just came back with a verdict and did not find him guilty of anything except for felony possession of a firearm.
Okay, so what happens if an illegal immigrant tells a girl to bend over his desk? Does he get off?
Oh,
Kid's got a point. Kid's got a point. No, son, the jury was not allowed to hear about his previous 7 felony convictions. They were not allowed to hear about his previous 5 deportations. All that they got to hear was that he was a vagrant that found a gun wrapped in some cloth under a bench, picked it up, it went off accidentally, ricocheted off the concrete, shot her in the back.
So
There
we live in a country where it's safer for somebody to come illegally and shoot somebody, or it's more accepted to do that than it is to say something inappropriate.
Wow. Yes, we do. How about that? We live in a country where you can get off if you're an illegal immigrant and have several convictions. Get off from killing someone much easier than you can get by talking to someone
neither one of them was okay.
inappropriately.
Neither one was okay, but
still.
But that's still 2 different levels, though.
no, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yes, guys, put the hearts up. That'll keep the feed going.
Yeah, they're
and
trying
also
to shut our
going.
feed down again.
Yeah.
It'll also go to more feeds. So be sure if you're watching from a group that you share this. Come on to our page.
I 100%
Click
agree
the
with you,
inbox.
Mindy. Just leave it to the Americans that own a gun. Come to Dallas.
Come to a box. Click share. Share it to your page. Share it to your groups. If you are watching from a group, be sure that you like our page and follow it. And if you will, up at the top of this feed, I've got all of our social media, Snapchat, YouTube, Instagram, where you can keep up with us, because anytime that we talk about illegal immigration, somehow we get censored.
Yeah, Christy, they didn't even convict him of manslaughter.
Did not.
How in the hell do you not at least, at the bare minimum, get a manslaughter conviction? He fired a weapon, which he was illegally in possession of because he's a felon, and it killed someone.
No manslaughter, no negligent homicide, no murder 1, no murder 2, nothing. Felony possession of a gun. And just explain that. I don't understand it at all.
7 prior felony convictions, plus the drug conviction he was being held on. 5 times deported. But you can kill someone and not get manslaughter.
The verdict is being used to fuel an agenda.
And I agree. There's something shady about this shit because it's impossible that people in America are that fucking stupid.
All I know is that the co-counsel stood up there and said this is a win for immigrants everywhere. And we've already said, no, sir, it is not a win. It is not a win for anyone. This was a disgusting miscarriage of justice.
I love what you're saying, Tony. I agree 100%. As they should. I hope they do. Her family will get their own justice. Absolutely.
As I said, we won't be able
but
to
then
leave
they'll get convicted.
Yeah.
They'll get convicted.
They will. 100%. But from what I understand, the UK and Denmark have the same problem we do. So, guys, you can just feel free to immigrate right over there illegally. You'll have your hospital bills paid for, your college paid for, and you'll get housing. So, I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to operate a nation
Swap.
change.
Yeah.
Nation swap. No more house swap. We're going to nation swap. This is madness. If someone may go after someone for... I can't read it.
Sexual misconduct issue so many years later because of that, it must not have been that important of an issue to legally affect someone's life. I believe 3 years in an adult case and 12 years for juvenile case should be the norm. That's juvenile has a 12 years and meaning no statutes of limitations to adult juveniles. If the car was stolen, would you wait 10 years to report it? I mean, I see what you're saying, Brad, but there are a lot of, like in the South, like Rebecca was saying, you're told not to. You know, it's going to hurt the family. It's going to hurt this. It's going to hurt that. You know, there's that's a whole different That's a whole different situation. I mean, I don't know, man.
Take care of veterans, absolutely. Oh my Lord, that story, guys. We're gonna
Oh my God.
We're gonna have to.
So I can't do this much longer tonight, man. Just because I'm disgusted by what's going on in America today. But we watched this video earlier, and this piece of shit
God, oh my gosh.
was making fun.
I actually posted the link.
Yeah,
I'm going to it right
making
now.
fun of a disabled man. What did he have?
Cerebral palsy.
Cerebral palsy.
Okay.
And he's walking into a convenience store, and he thinks it's funny to walk and make fun of the way he's walking, right? And when the guy comes out, he makes fun of him again. The guy turns around and says something to him, and the guy hits him. The guy assaults this dude.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. That's an old video, isn't
And then he, what happened? Oh, he had already been found guilty of stealing off veterans' memorials, or
He had been found guilty of desecrating veterans' graves, stealing the brass flask that holds their flags.
was it 250 of them or 2,500 of them? 250. So it's $10,000 worth.
Yeah.
The guy was
All of their
desecrating the
graves.
graves.
And no, this just came out today, son, through the New York Post.
Oh.
And so he was on probation, had a felony
Amen,
conviction
Shane.
there. And so Robert Baker, 29 of Cokesville. And get this part, guys. You ready for this? He asked the judge for leniency, okay? He's in front of the judge because he has now hit a disabled man.
No, that's May 10th.
Oh, it is?
A while back.
Oh, he just went before the judge then?
Video already.
Okay. He is now asking for leniency. He says during Wednesday's sentencing hearing, claiming he wants his life back after the May 10th assault outside of 7-Eleven in Westchester, Pennsylvania. He says, I want this behind me. Okay, remember? He's the one that desecrated the veterans' graves, and now he's made fun of a disabled man and then went on to actually hit him for no reason. Just sucker punched him. And he says, I want this behind me. I want my life back. This will affect me for the rest of my life. I just want a chance to rebuild it. Excuse me? Okay, he was supposed to get like up to 13 months. That judge gave him 2 to 3 years, and I guess that's the best that he could do. But what I'm saying is this man is a psychopath.
All I'm saying, because I don't know if y'all saw the one about the dog, the dude in Texarkana assaulting the 6-month-old pit bull or whatever. I believe that there should be a law that allows me to do to people whatever they do to animals that harms animals, elderly, veterans, or disabled. If you assault them, I get to assault you. I'm thinking this is fair. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of the guys on here who I know would have my back, give us a purge and let us go fix this shit. There are people out there that should not be breathing our air. There's disgusting shit going on in this country today that
Absolutely, Brittany, children too.
yeah, we should not be
Cane them.
allowing this shit to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, and I mean I don't know what I actually can do or what you can do, but somehow we need to band together and stop this madness. This is.
I'm not
fucking
inciting
stupid.
violence here, but I'm definitely
I'm not
saying that we
saying-
need to be together. And
I
we
don't
need
know
to,
what I'm saying.
we-
I'm just saying there's some bullshit.
We need to band together, and we need to make policy. Okay, we need to get people back to what this country was built and founded on. Okay, but you got to hear this, because in 2007, Baker pled guilty to robbing the marked graves of veterans in Pennsylvania, and Matt admitted that he stole hundreds of bronze flag holders from 2 cemeteries. Nearly 250 flag holders valued at $10,000 were recovered from a local scrap company. This jerk did that to veterans' graves, okay? He's the same one that is just now in front of the judge after making fun of a man with cerebral palsy and then sucker punching him. And this is what the man's lawyer says.
Of course, hypothetical. Yeah.
Okay, this is what the man's lawyer says. He says, my client is very remorseful. He doesn't go around hitting people. He's had a very traumatized life. Excuse me?
Ain't that what he did though?
Yes.
That's exactly what he did. He went around
That's
hitting
exactly what he did. So, are you a fool? Was this a public defender?
people. I don't know.
Was he still in school? I don't know. But that was absolutely stupid. Ridiculous, okay? So, yes, this guy is now going to jail, but guess what? It's only 2 to 3 years, and when he gets out, who out there raise your hand if you think that he's going to be
A model citizen.
a model citizen?
What's up, Robert?
I want you to go on my page, or go on our page, take a picture of this man, and in 2 to 3 years, y'all be on the lookout for him, because I'm sure he's going to be up to no good. Hey, Robert. How you doing?
Jonathan Quinn, I don't know if you're still on here. He asked earlier what's going on with me for next. Rebecca did a good interview on me the other day that's on our YouTube channel. Check it out. It kind of, goes through me dealing with some of the emotions after losing. But, yeah, we're still at it. We're going to keep training and go after that
Training
spot
hard.
again.
Absolutely. So go and check that out. Well, guys, we are definitely going to have to sign off here. It is time for the monster and the young monster over there to eat.
There you go.
What's that?
He's got a model for him, a model 1911.
So I don't know what that is. Okay, but
Pretty sure it's a rifle.
gun.
oh, okay.
Is it a pistol?
Yeah, it's a handgun.
Well, there you
Well,
go.
anyways, guys, I don't know. I don't know what we are going to do, but there has to be something that we can do, okay? So, I guess say some prayers for the Steinle family tonight,
Please.
because they absolutely found no justice. But at the same time, pray for our leaders, pray for our country, because we are in a spot
God bless you as well, Jeremy.
that I am sure I never saw coming. Never had any idea that it could get this bad. So, thank you guys for following us. Remember, like, share.
We're going to leave this up for an hour or two, and then we're
And
going
then
to
we're
go
gonna
ahead and
take it
delete it
down.
because we know we're going to catch a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But God bless all you guys.
So if you've just logged on, go back and watch it from the beginning, because it won't be up for about another hour and a half to 2 hours at the most, okay? Love you guys. Thank you for following us. As always,
Be
hope to see you
blessed.
soon.
Have a good evening.
Bye-bye.